This is another critical session in the learning, the right use of words. Sometimes we are confused, but when it comes to the use of terms, words, the best thing that you need to have in mind is to know the meaning, the origin, and the application. Now, I want us to dive into these realities of planning and purpose. So we look at the introduction of planning and purpose, then later we look at the application. Then from the biblical perspective, what is all about planning? Many are the plans in the heart of a person, but it is the Lord's purpose that prevails. Yes, we have very many plans. As a man, you have very many plans. But remember this, it's only the Lord purpose that prevails. You have a plan to do this and that, A, B, C, D, but it is only the Lord's purpose that prevails. So you must align yourself to the purpose of God. But before we just align ourselves to the purpose of God, let's have an insight of critical understanding. In a moment of decision, the best thing you can do is the right thing. The next best thing is the wrong thing. And the worst thing you can do is nothing. So please, in the moment of decision, something that you can do in life is to do the right thing. Decide to do the right thing. The next best thing that you can do is the wrong thing. And the worst is do nothing. That's life. Now let's look at planning as part of the introduction. Planning. Planning is an idea. It's a program. It's a system. It's a process. It is an input. Now, the origin of the word planning. In 1970s, as a technical term in perspective drawing, more generally by 1706 as the representation of anything thrown on a plane, a drawing, a sketch, a diagram of any object. So that is planning. From French plan, ground plot of building, a map. So this is a French word, plan, which originates from ground plot of building or a map. So a plan is just a map, a scheme of work. Literally, plain service, that's mid-60s centuries. From Latin planum, level or flat surface. So when you actually get it, the origin from Latin, so Latin is planum. So planum means level or flat surface. That's a Latin word. So plan is actually a sketch, a diagram, a drawing, a map. From Latin, it is a level, a flat surface for doing something. Typically, any diagram or a list of steps with details of timing and resources used to achieve an objective to do something. That is planning. That's plan. So a typical any diagram or a list of steps with detail of timing and resources. So there is time and resources, how to make use of time and how to utilize the resources so as to achieve particular objective is all about planning. A set of things to do in order to achieve something. That is planning. Now, planning, so from plan comes planning. So planning is a process of thinking regarding the activities required to achieve a design goal. Planning is based on foresight, the fundamental capacity for mental time travel. So mental, a foresight, future, forecast, you see, you predict. It is a management function. The first management function is planning. Types of planning. There is strategic, a long-term goal, a long-term object, a long-term target. Tactical, a short-term goal, a short-term aim. Operational plan, manifestation of activities, and then contingency plan. Contingency plan is a plan which comes into force in an emergency, in time of need. So these are types of plans. Now let's look at Bible perspective. The plan of diligent leader surely be abundance, but everyone who is hasty comes only to poverty. That's from Proverbs. Luke 14:28 says, "For which of you desiring to build a tower does not first sit down and count the cost, whether he has enough to complete it?" Now, plan. Plan, you sit down and then you count the cost. You must know how much will it cost. Planning. Plan. Proverbs 16:3, "Commit your work to the Lord, and your plans will be established." Do you want your plans to be established? Just commit it to the Lord. Simple as that. Jeremiah 29:11 says, "I have good plans for you, plans not to harm you, but to prosper you." Your plans should be of hope and future. That is what God has for us. He has good plans, prosperity plans, future plans, lifetime plans, hopeful plans. Isaiah 32 verse 8 says, "But he who is noble plan noble things." He who is noble plans noble things. He who is noble. If you are noble, you plan noble things. And on noble things, he stands. Please, if you are a noble man, you will plan noble plans. And when your noble plans exist, they will stand. God has a noble plan. And his noble plan bring noble things. And noble things will always stand out. Have that in mind. If you can't commit to do things right, then you probably aren't doing the right things. So please understand, this is the word of God. From the Bible, we can see how plan can be manifested. And the word plans appears 205 times in the Bible. From Genesis to Revelation, appears 205 times. So that is why plan is very important. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Someone said. Now we come to purpose. What is purpose? Purpose is a role, use, function, end. The reason for which something is done or created, or for which something exists. You exist because of particular purpose. So purpose brings existence. You are alive because of a particular purpose. You are born in a particular place because of a purpose. You are in a place because of a purpose. You are doing something because of a purpose. So purpose is critical for everyone's life. Now the origin. In 1300, purpose means intention, aim, goal, object to be kept in view, proper function for which something exists. Proper function for which something exists. That is purpose. If you are a person, proper function for you to exist and doing that which you are purposed. From Anglo-French purpose, Old French purpose, an aim, an intention. So a purpose from French word origin is aim. From proposer, to put forth. From pour, forth. So this is Latin. So from variant of Latin bro, forth, see pa or pa, plus old French posa, to put, place. So to put, place. So purpose means putting, place in the right place. Wherever place you are, you have been placed in that place for a purpose. That is, your placing is for the purpose of you to achieve that particular purpose. Place, to put, place. It is godly plan. So purpose is a godly plan. Now let's look at it from biblical perspective. The Bible contains several verses about the purpose. Here are some of them. But I have raised you up for this very purpose, that I may show you my power, that my name might be proclaimed. That's Exodus chapter 9, verse 16. God raised us for this purpose, that He may show His glory, His power through us. That's God's purpose. Wherever you are, He wants to manifest His power. Many are the plans in person's heart, but it is the Lord's purpose that prevails. That is Proverbs 19:21. And we know that in all things God works for good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose. My brother, my sister, have this in mind. Challenges that you face in life are part and parcel of God's purpose. The betrayal, the denial, the loneliness, the persecution, the troubles, the problems are part and parcel of God's purpose. Use those opportunities, use those struggles as part of the opportunities. Your eyes are open to ways of all mankind. You reward each person according to their conduct as their deed deserves. Jeremiah 32, verse 19. The purpose of a person's heart are deep waters, but one who has insight draws them out. Please listen to this. Anyone who has understanding was the meaning of a purpose must have understanding. Listen, the purpose of person's heart are deep waters. Your purpose are so deep, but the only person who understands them can draw them out, can manifest them. So purpose is deep inside us, but it's only understanding. And the Bible talks about understanding is the wellspring of life. Hear this. He has saved us and called us to holy life, not because of anything we have done, but because of His own purpose and grace. So I am who I am because of God's purpose and grace. It doesn't matter what I've gone through, what I'm going through, what I will go through. It is because of own purpose and grace of God. Now, the difference between plan and purpose, and this is very important. Number one, the meaning. So we have basic plan and purpose. Meaning is a diagram, a map, a action. Purpose is an object, an aim, a target that you are aiming at. Number two is the direction. Takes you to the right direction. So when you have a plan, it will give you the right direction. When you have a purpose, it points you to the right direction. Just like signposts, the road maps, just points to the right direction. But the plan takes you to the right direction. Order. Plan follows the purpose. Purpose leads the way for the plan. Say, who says? Plans manifest in a man. God has a purpose. Man plans. God purpose. Focus. It is the means, the process. So the plan is just a process to fulfill the purpose. The purpose is the end product, the result, the output. Dream big, have purpose, and plan well. Work hard and show always good things will come your way. Dream big and better, have purpose and plan well, work hard, smile always, and good things will happen for you. The plans of the Lord stands firm forever, the purpose of his heart through all generation. Purpose and plan. God bless you.